U.S. solar tariffs, a new front in the trade war with China. The United States has opened a new chapter in the ongoing U.S.-China trade tensions. This time, it's targeting the clean energy sector, historic tariffs announced. In April 2025, the U.S. Commerce Department announced its decision to impose tariffs of up to 3,521% on solar panel imports from 4 Southeast Asian countries: Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam. These tariffs follow a year-long investigation that began under President Biden's administration. Several major U.S. solar manufacturers petitioned for protection, arguing that Chinese firms were exploiting trade loopholes by routing cheap products through Southeast Asia to avoid existing tariffs.
Breaking down the numbers.
The proposed countervailing and anti-dumping duties are based on findings that Chinese companies were receiving unfair subsidies and selling below market value, a practice known as dumping. Here's a snapshot of the proposed tariffs. Cambodia, up to 3,521%. The highest, largely due to non-cooperation during the investigation. Malaysia, around 41%. Thailand, approximately 375%. Vietnam, figures pending but expected to be significant. In 2023 alone, the U.S. imported nearly $12 billion worth of solar products from these 4 countries. These tariffs now threaten to drastically alter the price and availability of solar energy technology in the American market. Clean energy in the crossfire. While these new tariffs are intended to protect domestic solar manufacturers, they could also have unintended consequences. Rising costs. Businesses and homeowners who rely on affordable solar technology may face higher prices. Slowed adoption. The push for clean energy could be slowed by cost barriers and supply shortages. Supply chain disruption. Many Chinese companies had already shifted manufacturing to Southeast Asia after earlier tariffs under President Trump. These new measures close that loophole. Geopolitical timing, interestingly. The U.S. announcement came just days after Chinese President Xi Jinping completed a diplomatic tour of Vietnam, Malaysia, and Cambodia. His message: resist us pressure and strengthen regional partnerships. He referred to Washington's policies as unilateral bullying. This underscores how the trade war is no longer just economic. It's a geopolitical chess match with Southeast Asia at the center. Tariffs on top of tariffs. The new levies stack on top of existing tariffs from Trump's earlier term. Currently, some Chinese imports already face tariffs of up to 145%. With additional duties, some products may see combined tariffs of 245% or more. The Biden administration had paused escalations temporarily, but with Trump back in office, the tariff strategy is full steam ahead. China responds in retaliation. China has imposed tariffs of 125% on American goods and vowed to fight to the end. As this tit-for-tat escalation grows, the global trade landscape is being reshaped in real time. Looking ahead, the U.S. International Trade Commission will make a final decision in June 2025. If confirmed, the tariffs could redefine global solar production, pushing manufacturing to new regions or forcing companies to absorb steep costs. What should consumers and businesses do now? Consumers: lock in solar panel purchases before prices jump. Research domestic manufacturers and alternatives. Businesses: diversify suppliers and consider reshoring operations. Monitor policy shifts closely, especially ahead of the June ITC ruling. Policymakers balance national security and clean energy goals. Provide transition support for solar installers and energy users. Conclusion: a turning point in the trade war, what began years ago as a tariff battle on steel and electronics, has now spread to solar panels and clean energy infrastructure. The U.S. says it's protecting American jobs and industries. China says it's resisting Western pressure. For the rest of the world, the stakes are high, with clean energy, trade routes, and economic partnerships hanging in the balance.